Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you guys can see, I have no foundation on or no makeup on at all whatsoever because today I'm going to be doing a review on a foundation. So the other day I went to Walmart and I noticed that Milani had came out with a few makeup products. Actually, a lot of makeup brands from the drugstore are coming out with a bunch of new stuff. And I noticed this Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. And it really intrigued me just because I've never tried Milani makeup, like facial makeup before, besides like their eyeshadows, of course, their blushes, but I've never tried like a cream Milani product like concealer or foundation or anything like that. So when I saw this, it really did intrigue me. And you guys know that I love my CoverGirl 3-in-1 foundation, and when I saw the texture of this, it really did remind me of that. So I decided to pick it up and film a video for you guys. So I'm looking on the website right now. Online I can see that it's $10. In Walmart, they did only have 9 shades. It went from 01 to 09, and to be honest, the darkest shade, if that was the darkest shade, was not dark at all. So the shade range kind of stinks, but what drugstore makeup brand really doesn't have a crappy shade range? And then this was, again, $9, so it's a little bit pricey for drugstore side, if you ask me. But it does come in this cute packaging, and it has a pump, which I really liked, and I thought was really genius, especially for drugstore. So yeah, mine is in the shade Warm Beige 05, and I am NC30 for reference. So let's just go right ahead and apply this and see what's up with it. And usually when I go to the drugstore, for me to be able to pick out the best shade, I always go to the L'Oreal section and I go and pick up one of the W5s. This is literally like my perfect match. This foundation always matches me. It's the perfect warm undertone, and I always just grab this one for reference and kind of hold it up next to the one that I'm going to buy and get the closest one to this color here. If it's off by like a different tone or anything like that, just by a teeny bit, it's not that big a deal because it's workable with, but I always go to my W5 for reference. So that's a really nice tip. If you are looking for a foundation, have one foundation in the drugstore that you know is your tried and true, it's your holy grail, and it has your perfect color, and then you can just use that to reference you know, other foundation shades. So anyway, I'm just gonna take some of this and pump it onto a pad. Okay, so the foundation is definitely a thicker consistency. Yeah, it's actually really thick. Excuse my dirty pad, but if you guys can see that, it literally looks like poop. Since my favorite method of applying foundation is with a brush first and then a beauty blender, I am going to do that method and just start by stippling the foundation onto my skin. And I did already prep my skin with my Becca Backlight Filter Primer, so I'm just gonna start buffing this. So this foundation is super orange, and it is like super dark compared to me. Quite honest, this reminds me of the Tarte Maracuja foundation. I used to have it and I gave it away because it broke me out, but this foundation reminds me of it so much in texture, smell, everything. Like, so I'm really hoping that this doesn't break me out. So I went ahead and bronzed my neck a little bit. I'm just going to take my beauty blender and go over this because it's so thick that I just feel like I need to do this. The coverage is really nice. It has like definitely a medium coverage. It did even out my skin tone and things like that, but it did not cover up that blemish like at all whatsoever. So it has nice coverage to even out the skin tone, but it doesn't have enough coverage to cover up redness. So if you have like acne or anything like that, I would not recommend this foundation. So yeah, that's pretty much what it looks like. I am not going to go ahead and apply a second coat of this foundation because it is so thick, and I don't I don't want a second coat of foundation. I don't think I need one. If you have more redness, you could probably do a second coat, but like I said, it's a very thick foundation. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish my makeup and then just give you guys my final thoughts on this. But to be honest, looking at it right now, it's not my favorite. It's just very thick, and it's too much work to get it to the way that you want it to look. So anyway, I'll check back in. Okay, you guys, so the makeup is done. I finished doing my makeup. I put on some bronzer, some blush, some highlight. Everything went on nicely, but to be quite honest, I just don't like the thickness of the foundation. It actually looks really nice. I don't have any complaints with the way that it looks. At first, I felt like it felt a little thick. It looked a little thick, but once you blend it out, it looks really good. Also, it feels like you have to set it. I literally never ever, like rarely, like on rare occasion, will set my foundation because I don't feel the need to, or sometimes you just feel like your foundation's tacky. That's when you would do it. That's how I felt with this foundation, and I've never felt like that before. As far as my blemish, I just left it like not concealed because it's not a big deal. I'm just going to work and I don't really care about that. But I did apply a little bit of concealer over it, but obviously it like wiped off. But yeah, so the foundation doesn't cover up things like that. And yeah, I just felt like I had to set the foundation. I still feel it now. I still feel like it's tacky, and it's just like, I don't know. I feel like it's literally going to slip off my face, and I have dry skin, so I can only imagine the nightmare that this will cause for somebody with oily skin. So to be quite honest, I don't know what type of skin type this would work for. I would probably pass on it for sure. I didn't really like it. I don't really care for it. I mean, I guess I'll use it, but it's not something that I'd rather not. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's pretty much my first impression review on the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. I don't know, this was a no-go. It says medium to full coverage. It does have medium coverage. I don't think too full coverage. It also says lightweight oil-free formula. I don't think that it's lightweight at all, and I feel like it actually looks like it has oil in it because it's so dewy. And then it says long-wearing, water-resistant, and sweat-proof, and I will have to let you guys know about that just because the way it's feeling now, I don't think it's sweat-proof. I feel like the sweat would just go right through it because it's so slippery and slidey on my face. But anyway, that was pretty much the review. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!